Hello, Inner Power Entrepreneurs. I'm your host, Dr. Amanda, and you're in the right place if you're a coach, expert, or business owner who is ready to learn law of attraction strategies that will help you align your energy, mindset, and habits to manifest rapid business growth. And in today's episode, you're going to learn 3 aligned actions you can take today that lead to success as an entrepreneur. On Wednesdays, our episodes are all about practical, actionable law of attraction strategies for entrepreneurs. And you might be a person who is super into the law of attraction, or you're someone who might be on the skeptical side and you're intrigued and curious. I'm glad you're here because either way, no matter what you believe, the law of attraction is working at all points in time, so you might as well use it to your benefit. And so test out what you learn here and see if it works, and then come back to me and say, hey, it does work. Or just try to prove me wrong and watch what happens. This is really fun. I listened to a podcast years ago and I wish that I had saved it. I can't remember who it was or who it was by, but it was this really cool story of a guy who was homeless being given a book by a real estate person or someone who he knew the law of attraction principles, and the book was The Secret. And he handed him the book, and the guy who was, homeless, basically sitting under a tree when he got this, was like, oh, this is some nonsense, but I'm going to implement it to prove it wrong. And as he was implementing it, he started to completely transform his life and is now a multi-billionaire real estate investor. And it was such a cool story. And I say this because I was getting my hair highlighted last week, and the person who does my hair was saying, hey, have you read The Secret? What do you think about it? And I kind of giggled thinking about it because I was wondering, I wonder what her perspective is. Is she trying to see how woo-woo I am? And, I said, well, I think there's some golden gems in there, and a lot of people argue that they missed one of the key points, which is action. And that is why today I want to give you actions you can take from a law of attraction perspective in order to be aligned for success. And so, when you're thinking about the law of attraction, it doesn't mean that you're sitting on the couch wishing something would happen. In fact, if you are a person who believes in what you want and what you're manifesting or attracting your way, you will automatically take action because action is evidence of belief. For example, let's say you're like, oh my God, I want a cup of coffee. You get up and you go get it because you believe it's possible. You automatically take action. Same thing if you want to go on a trip. You believe it's possible. You don't worry like, oh my God, I can't figure out how to get online and get a plane ticket. You get online, you buy the plane ticket, and you go on your trip because you believe it's possible. Manifesting something bigger is the exact same. It's just that sometimes we block ourselves because we don't think that what we want is possible. And so we hesitate, we procrastinate, and we have all of these fear blocks that cause us to not take action. And what that says is that you don't believe it's possible. If you believe it's possible that what you want to manifest you can get, you will automatically start taking action. So anytime you're procrastinating, check in with yourself and go, am I believing that it's possible to get? And if it's not, either break it down into a smaller manifestation or goal that you believe is possible, or start to play with your belief system. So I wanted to preface that there and just open up this conversation with, that law of attraction requires action. And when you're in action, you are sending a signal to the universe that you believe it's possible. And then you're putting into the quantum field or the energetic field, you're putting in your actions, your beliefs, your feelings, and then it's reflecting back to you your success, and it's bringing you in material form that which you're putting out there as what you want. That's really all that manifestation is. And so let's break down today some actions you can take that lead to success as an entrepreneur. So we're going to start with my inner power formula, because my inner power formula is a 3-step formula that requires action on your part and interaction with the law of attraction. And it's really a reprogramming formula that helps you reprogram your subconscious mind and your subconscious state of being, because your state of being is what magnetizes to you. So the inner power formula will turn on your magnetism so that you can attract or manifest quickly. So think about these 2 concepts where manifestation is just you saying, okay, this is what I want. It's you setting a goal and achieving it. That's manifestation. Magnetism is the energy that attracts the opportunities based on your thoughts and your feelings. And when your thoughts and your feelings are aligned, you're going to manifest with magnetism, and it's going to be easy. That's really what the law of attraction is. And so when you think about the inner power formula, it's 3 steps. And what I'm going to do is, even if you've heard this before, what it is, you probably have, because it's my main principle or formula that I use to train people to be successful and to reprogram them for success. So you've probably heard it before, but today I'm going to apply action steps using the formula so you can see exactly how to use it for yourself. So the 3 steps: recognize, reframe, repeat to reprogram. Okay, so the inner power formula: recognize, reframe, repeat to reprogram. So in the recognition part, it is the act of self-awareness. It's you understanding your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, your beliefs. It's you getting to know yourself, which is the number 1 tool for you manifesting and consciously, deliberately creating success for yourself. If you don't recognize who you are or what you want or how to get there, you're never going to be able to get there. If you don't stop to self-assess what's working for you and what's not, it's impossible to get where you want to go. You probably don't even know where you want to go. So recognition is the first step. And today, because we're focusing on action specifically, the recognition that you're going to be practicing is action. And you're going to be practicing looking at action that leads to results, tangible, real, material results. Number 2, reframe. When you're reframing, what you're doing is you've recognized something, and now your next step is to reframe either an action, a thought, or a feeling. And today, again, we're going to focus on actions. So we're going to reframe actions that aren't getting results. Obviously, if you're taking action that's getting results, keep doing more of it. If you are recognizing that your action is not getting results, you want to reframe it so you can get different results. And then in number 3, when you repeat to reprogram, that's the final step. And the reason this is so important is because you cannot change your subconscious being, your state of being, your beliefs, your habits without repetition. So repetition is what causes you to reprogram yourself. Think of any habit you've ever done. You've got to repeat, and then it becomes automatic. So think about these concepts of neuroplasticity or automaticity. So first, neuroplasticity means that you have grooves in your brain that are wired, and they're the paths of least resistance. So what this means is that when you keep having a thought or you keep doing the same things over and over and over and over again, it creates neural wiring in your brain that it becomes automatic. So then the next time you interact with something, you've done it many times in the past, then you automatically do the thing that's the easiest. This stores energy for us. This saves energy for us. And so we become habitual beings because it makes our lives easier. The problem is that if you're repeating things that aren't getting you the results you want, it's still going to be your path of least resistance, and it's still going to be the thing that you want to automatically do. And so in order to get different results, you've got to strategically, consciously, intentionally repeat to reprogram new reframed things that you've recognized are or aren't working. So in this way, the Inner Power Formula is a habits transformation tool. It's a conscious and subconscious reprogramming tool. It's a law of attraction tool, right? So that's what the Inner Power Formula is all about. Now let's talk about automaticity. I talked about this in another episode where you do something so many times consciously, then it becomes subconscious or subconsciously stored or unconscious. So what happens is you repeat something so many times that now you're like, oh, I got this, and you don't need to think about it. It's become automatic. That's automaticity. And so that's what we want to be setting ourselves up for. If we choose to be successful entrepreneurs, we want to be doing automatic habits. We want to have automatic thoughts, automatic actions, automatic feelings that are leading us to success. So let's apply this. The first step, if you aren't getting exactly what you want. So let's say I was hanging out with you and I said, hey, if you were to rate yourself on a level of 0 to 10 in your business, 0 being everything sucks, I'm frustrated, I can't figure it out, I'm stuck, I'm not making money, I don't know what I'm doing, to 10 being everything is awesome, I am magnetically attracting clients, I'm growing my business, I know exactly what I'm doing, I'm in my zone of manifestation. So wherever you're on that scale, let's say if you're anything other than a 10, then you can use the Inner Power Formula to reprogram yourself to get to a 10. So now let me give you some examples of how to do this and really just apply the formula to anything you want to change. And today we're going to focus on business success and actions. So action step number 1 is going to be to recognize. Okay, so you're going to recognize, and I want you to ask yourself these 2 questions. What actions am I currently taking that are getting results? Okay. What actions am I currently taking that are getting results? And you're going to want to pause this or journal about this afterwards. Mark this spot so you can go back and journal about it, because this is really important. So what actions am I currently taking that are getting results? And then the second question is, what actions am I currently taking that are wasting my time? Very important question. Okay. What actions am I currently taking that are wasting my time? So the reason you want to ask these two is because they're going to help you recognize what you need to reframe and then repeat to get different results. So recognition is always about going, where am I at in my business and where do I want to go? So what actions am I taking that are getting results? Here, you want to recognize, what does results mean to you? Is it a certain number of new clients per month? Is it a business goal in terms of money? Is it freedom of time? Like, what is the result you're looking for? So you could plug that in even very specifically. What actions am I currently taking that are getting me to blank? A 6-figure business, a 7-figure business. What actions am I currently taking that are getting me to have new consults every single week? You could even say 5 new consults a week, or whatever the number is for you. What actions am I currently taking that are helping me walk my clients down the client journey successfully? Are you doing those actions? Do you have systems for it? And then on the flip side, what actions am I currently taking that are wasting my time? You could say my time, my energy, my money. What actions am I currently taking that are wasting my time, my energy, my money? When you answer these two critical questions, you're going to recognize where you can change what you're doing. And I know this sounds so simple, but it's wild for me as I go through building my business bigger and bigger every year and working less, making more, having more fun. It takes this type of self-reflection. If you don't slow down enough to self-reflect, you can never expand your business successfully, because you're going to keep recreating the same things that you've always been doing. And if you're not yet at the level of success that you choose to be, why would you think that doing the same things you're currently doing is going to work? A subconscious block that I see entrepreneurs struggling with often is hard work will get me there. And so they just think if I work harder on what I'm doing, it will somehow magically get different results. But that doesn't make any sense. You've got to reframe. If you're not getting results you want now, working harder on something that's broken isn't going to give you better results. That doesn't make sense. So you've got to be strategic. You've got to shift strategically what you're doing and practice reframes. Okay, so we're going to start there. So number 2, the action step is to reframe. So now that you've answered questions 1 and 2, what actions am I currently taking that are getting results, and what actions am I currently taking that are wasting my time, or you could equally say not getting results. Now, when you reframe, you're going to answer the question, what will I change based on this clarity? So what will I change based on this clarity? So a reframe is just a change of your actions. It's a change of your beliefs and your thoughts, because you're taking these actions based on beliefs and thoughts. It's easier to apply changes to actions because it's a little harder sometimes to dig into your subconscious beliefs. So actions are really easy to change if you just go, okay, every day I'm taking an action that's wasting my time. Let's say it's social media doom scrolling, where you get on social media to get some ideas to post something and you start negatively comparing yourself to other people, and you just keep going. Now you're beating yourself up. Now you're wasting time and procrastinating, and you have no strategy to social media, and so you're just wasting time. Okay, so that's just one example. So when you recognize that and you go, wow, I spend an hour a day on social media negatively comparing myself to other entrepreneurs, and it's not helping me get leads, I need to stop doing that. Like, whoa, that's a good recognition. And so you go, what will I change based on this time? How could you spend that hour of time differently? So what will I change based on this clarity? You could say, I am going to set a timer for 10 minutes. I'm only going to get on social media for 10 minutes. And then when that timer goes off, I'm going to stop, and I'm going to spend the next 50 minutes, instead of wasting my time, I'm going to spend the next 50 minutes strategically outlining a plan to bring in new leads. Okay. I'm going to optimize my lead gen. So that's just one example of how to recognize and reframe. And then in number 3, to repeat to reprogram, you're going to take immediate action. So journaling is great. It's going to help you get clarity. It's going to help you reframe your beliefs. It's not going to take action for you. Your journal is, I sometimes think of this like praying. It's like if you pray and think the magic's going to happen without taking any action, that's not going to work. You got to pray and then take action. Same with manifesting through law of attraction. You've got to give clear directions to the universe by plugging in what you want. So recognizing, then you take action, and now the universe can attract to you the results because you are in action and you're magnetically manifesting through your aligned feelings, thoughts, decisions, and actions. Okay? So take immediate action. And how you're going to do this is you're going to add the actions that you discovered in step 2 to your calendar and do them on repeat. So is it once a day you need to do them, twice a day, once a week, twice a week? It's going to depend on what you discovered in 1 and 2, how often you need to do it, but you want to block time out for it, be strategic with your time, and then take action repeatedly. And then what happens is this becomes the new you. Because you've repeated it now through automaticity, because you don't have to now think about it every time you do it, it's just going to become automatic over time. Now you've expanded to a new level of yourself. And then you keep doing this because at every new level of yourself, you're going to see things that you didn't see before. So recognition is a tool that you're going to be doing for the rest of your life, the rest of your business building journey, because think about growth as an upward spiral growth journey. For those of you who have listened to me before, you know this about me. I have like spiral tattoos. I wear spiral earrings. I love to remind myself that everything is an upward spiral growth journey. And at the bottom internal part of the spiral, you can't see what's 10 layers out on the spiral because your perception changes as you grow. And this is why a startup business looks different than a 6-figure business, looks different than a 7-figure business, looks different than an 8-figure business. Because at startup, you can't see that far into the future. You might conceptually hear and know things, but you haven't experienced it and you haven't evolved through the spiral. And so wherever you're at on the business building journey, this inner power formula is going to help you at all stages of the game. You can use this applied to money. You can use it applied to business, relationships, weight loss, anything that you want to change, literally anything, because it's a subconscious reprogramming tool for you to change your habits and then use the law of attraction magnetically and powerfully and consciously. So, this requires consciousness. If you want to have a successful business, it's a choice. I'm going to say that again, and I really want you to hear it. If you want to have a successful business, it's a choice. And it's going to take you deciding to be strategic about how to align your feelings, thoughts, decisions, and actions for success. So right now, declare to yourself, I am ready to do what it takes to build a successful business. I am willing to do what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur. I am willing to learn how to do what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur. I am open to receiving opportunities to expand into being a powerful entrepreneur. I am willing, ready, excited, inspired to nurture myself, invest in myself, grow myself, to have the freedom that entrepreneurship gives me. And I say these things because entrepreneurship is such an incredible gift. You have access to limitless potential, limitless impact, limitless income, limitless time freedom, and it might take you a decade to build. Is that so bad? A decade to build financial freedom? That's amazing. Abe and I were in the car the other night talking about this, how, I'm in my 6th year of business and every year I've worked less and made more money. And, we're going, okay, we were really questioning, is it possible to get to 7 figures in 2024? We're like, of course it's possible. Can we do it? I don't know. We're going to see what we're made of. Are we setting the foundation for it? Absolutely. Is our success inevitable? 100%, because that is what we've chosen to do. And so what if it takes 10 years for me to get to every year making $1 million a year in my business or more? What if it takes from 0 food stamps to 6 figures in my first year, 6 figures every year, and then in year 10, we get to 7 figures, and every year from there on out, we make 7 figures a year? Holy cow, absolutely, that's worth my investment of time, energy, and money, right? And so that's how you want to think about it. This is a I would say this is a long-term, lifetime game, especially when you're building your business from your zone of genius, because you're doing stuff that you love to do in the world. For me, I don't see myself ever retiring. I'm not personally building a business that I want to sell because I like what I do and I want to keep doing it. Do I want more and more time freedom every year? Absolutely. Do I choose to be more and more in my zone of genius every year? Definitely. And that's what I'm mapping for you. That's the roadmap I give you here by giving you these strategies and these steps. All right, let's recap. And first, if you have not checked out lawofattractionforentrepreneurs.com, lawofattractionforentrepreneurs.com, you're going to want to, because I give you daily lessons, law of attraction based, that include a meditation, a lesson, a journaling prompt, and an affirm mantra every single day of the week to help you get aligned to attract magnetic success as an entrepreneur. So lawofattractionforentrepreneurs.com, free 7-day trial. It's a killer program. Okay, so action step number 1 is to recognize. Ask yourself these 2 questions. What actions am I currently taking that are getting results? And then what actions am I currently taking that are wasting my time? Then action step number 2 is to reframe. And you're going to ask yourself, what will I change based on this clarity? And then number 3 is repeat to reprogram. So recognize, reframe, repeat to reprogram. And in the repeat to reprogram, you're going to take immediate action, and you're going to add the actions that you're going to take onto your calendar and do them every single day so you can repeat, repeat, repeat to get different results. You will then reprogram yourself for law of attraction success as an entrepreneur, and the sky is the limit for you. Once you know how to reprogram yourself, you can deliberately, consciously attract any level of success you choose. Yeah, high fives. All right. Again, go to lawofattractionforentrepreneurs.com. I can't wait to see you in there. And until next time, I'm sending you giant hugs and inner power high fives.